Welcome back to Radically Rational Radio, and in this episode we're going to cover how CBS is using this recent Tucker Carlson event to their advantage. I like their cut. Instead of them just saying he's lying, they're finding all the Republicans who are, again, let's never forget, it is not about left or right. Those are two wings of the same bird. This is about people versus power, not people versus people. So let's just hear how they want to, Tucker just releases some footage, shows that it wasn't as bad as people have said since it's happened, and everyone is just screaming. Let's go.
News Channel's most popular primetime host, Tucker Carlson, is facing widespread condemnation for his portrayal and selective editing of footage from the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell tonight denouncing the Fox News segment and agreeing with the U.S. Capitol Police Chief that Carlson's comments were offensive and misleading. CBS's Nicole Killian has the latest.
Tonight, bipartisan backlash on Capitol Hill.
I think it's bull.
Tucker Carlson is a propagandist.
Democrats and some Republicans criticize Fox News' Tucker Carlson after the cable news personality used his primetime program to air selectively edited clips from...
Selectively edited clips. That is all that we have been given up until this point. I don't understand why they think these criticisms are valid, and if they are valid, I think showing us only clips of violence is fear-mongering and a form of terrorism well before showing selected clips of peaceful protesters, patriots, people who just want the freedom that America gives to every one of its citizens. But they'll find Republicans who want to keep their power, and they think they're going to be here forever.
More than 40,000 hours of security footage on January 6th that was granted by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Carlson falsely depicted it as mostly peaceful, calling rioters sightseers who were meek and revered the Capitol. But more than 300 of them have been charged with assaulting police officers, like Winston Pingjan.
It is offensive to me and my former fellow officers.
In a message to officers,
it is offensive. My feelings are hurt. I don't like your truth. I think I am a good person, and you can't make me feel bad about it. If someone is trying to not feel like a bad person, it is so easily for them to do a bad action and do whatever it takes to not feel bad about it. And over time, if you can justify bad actions and not feel bad about it, you become a bad person. It doesn't matter what you're fighting for. You can't use bad actions. And they think they're important. Also, yeah, they had to put a whole bunch of people in jail. Congress, regardless of left, right, center, politicians are their own class of people. They don't like us. That's why they openly lie to us for their votes and then take paychecks. Period. If you think your politician is for you, I would love you to find some proof behind that. You can probably find a lot of reasons why they make you feel right, but if you could validate any of that through activity or action, that would be impressive.
obtained by CBS News, U.S. Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger called Carlson's program offensive and misleading, saying it failed to provide context about the chaos and violence. Senate Minority
We have had context for the violence since January 6th. Are you kidding? I don't think we needed that context. And even in that report, he still showed people breaking in. It wasn't completely non-violent. He showed the property damage going in.
Leader Mitch McConnell denounced the network.
Clearly, the chief of the Capitol Police, in my view, correctly describes what most of us witnessed firsthand.
Still, some...
You're right. The police chief, the captain, the man who wants to spend the rest of his life in that position. I'm sure he typed that letter. I'm sure he wasn't asked politely to sign it. And I'm sure he wasn't asked to stay on the team. We can't look weak. We have to stay together united. And in this case, it means this really bothered you. So he'll sign it. The dog and pony show will go on.
Some Republicans praised the Fox host.
The truth has finally been revealed.
But in the days after the riot, 5 officers who served at the Capitol that day died, including Officer Brian Sicknick.
No cop died. This officer is alive. The footage shows that he is alive, and they are still lying about it. They will say that the clips one person releases are out of context while they directly lie about the factual life of someone. This is ridiculous.
Carlson showed video of Sicknick, who died one day after the attack, walking through the Capitol, saying he, quote, looked healthy and vigorous.
Oh, good job. They did show it.
According to the report from the D.C. Chief Medical Examiner, Officer Sicknick died after suffering 2 strokes at the base of his brainstem, caused by a blood clot.
It just hit me in the gut.
Gladys Sicknick is his mother.
How dare Tucker Carlson say that he died from natural causes? Yes, it was.
I can't believe they pulled out his mother.
But it was caused by what was going on that day.
Many Democrats say Speaker McCarthy.
I can't believe they had the audacity to get his mother. That's insane. Also, that was like a 30-second clip. How much of her day was taken up by creating this propaganda? I can only imagine she's like, man, I have to do this. Our society will crumble. She's worried about our country falling apart. And she probably just feels like this is the best way to keep it together.
McCarthy should not have given the January 6 tapes to Tucker Carlson, while Republicans stopped short of saying he made a mistake. Tonight, McCarthy told reporters he doesn't regret sharing the footage with Carlson. He said he did it for transparency, so people can make their own conclusions, and he denied doing it as part of a deal to become Speaker. Nora?
So let's get this right. You have to remember, on that day, he said it was an outrage and it was completely unacceptable. And then later on, when he realized how incorrect he was, he came to terms with that, sacrificed the Speaker of the House position to get this data. Just information. Just information. It didn't matter who he gave it to, as long as it was someone who was going to highlight a different narrative, because it wasn't just what we saw. He knew that. They all got to see the footage. They want to point out that it's Tucker and what he's doing, but the simple fact is, information is the disinfectant. That's how it works. Bring things to light. We will all know everything, and then we can all have a conversation and all come to our own opinion on it. Man, I'm not surprised that CBS did this, but I'm also happy that they're just showing that they just want to win. That's it, man. They just want to maintain power. They don't care what side. That's why they've got Republicans trying to push down this just as much as they've got Democrats trying to call him a liar. So I want to thank you for joining me. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you disagree and you think my opinion isn't accurate, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And if you think I'm just some crazy anarchist, please, I would love to hear the strength of your arguments. I will add you to the list of converted. Have a great day. Stay awesome.